Thank you, Senator Rono. Senator Kennedy, do you have any intention of asking any other questions?
No, sir. I'm a happy camper.
Ms. Carter, I think we have Senator Moody coming. I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
I've been down to the border multiple times, and I am thrilled with the results of this administration in shutting down the border. I think it's a great disservice to people who immigrate legally, and it also has made our country less safe. In the time that I've been down there, I've had numerous briefings with Customs and Border Patrol. And I don't know if this statistic is right anymore. You made a comment about effectively shutting down the border. I agree that we've done a good job with that. But these cartels do an amazing job of getting around. I've been on the Rio Grande at midnight or 1 o'clock, and I've heard the coyotes, the human traffickers, the drug traffickers, literally across the Rio Grande shouting to us, "We are coming." And they would set a pick. What they would do is take about 40 or 50 persons trying to come into the country illegally, attract the Border Patrol there so that they could send their poison or human trafficking to another area where the Border Patrol is just too involved, they can't get to them. I think a lot of that play has been pretty much shut down because the president's done an extraordinary job of enforcing policies that the Biden administration didn't. But the concern that I have is you still have what they call the Sinaloa cartel. So they're flying ultralights over and dropping off drugs. They're very difficult to detect because we don't have the situational awareness that we should at the border. And we also see a lot of the poison, and at my last briefing about a year ago, according to Border Patrol, that still the majority of the illegal drugs that come through this country come through a legal entry point, hidden in trucks, hidden in bodies. I mean, what are we going to do to really combat that and get this Congress to understand that people, technology, and infrastructure at the legal ports of entry so that we can increase commerce and legal entry and exit? What's going to be the priority there? How do we get that done? Balance between maximizing the flow between two nations that have very important economic and other ties, but do it in a way that's really plussing up the resources that Border Patrol needs to get the job done and keep our country safer.
Well, thank you so much for that question, Senator Tillis. I think that's a vitally important question because it's such a complex question. We have nearly 2,000 miles of border with Mexico. You're absolutely correct. Our law enforcement assesses that the majority of the narcotics continue to pour through our border, and the cartels are very savvy. For decades, they have been working to figure out ways to work around us, to find those loopholes, to bring that poison into our nation. Not only are we dealing with the cartels, but we are dealing with adversaries who are taking advantage of those loopholes as well. President Trump did a phenomenal job coming in and shutting down that border. The cartels were operating with impunity. And we saw that under the last administration, the flow of human trafficking, the horrors of human trafficking. I saw it with my own eyes. I was at the border almost 24/7 monitoring the situation. I too would see, and I can attest to what you saw, sir, across the Rio Grande, even late at night, looking through my nods, which were my night vision camera. You could see the cartels moving across with 75, sometimes 100 people every hour on the hour.
I want to be respectful of Senator Moody's time, but I think one thing I look forward to speaking with you after confirmation, to really listen to the voices of Border Patrol who say we do need walls in some places, but what we need is a law enforcement-driven strategy for securing the border, not only from human crossings, but all of this poison that's coming across the border. And that means that we have to get the mix right between people, technology, and infrastructure. I don't want to spend a dime more on a wall if it's not what's going to make this country safer. And the problem with a 30-foot wall is a 40-foot ladder. And if we do not have situational awareness, operational awareness on the ground, then all these good works are going to be for naught when a future administration comes that that I think de-emphasizes one of the most important things that we need to do for Homeland Security. So I appreciate you being here today. I'm going to turn to Senator Moody.
Thank you, Senator.